Do you want education through discussion? Do you think there's bias in the media? Has the political class let you down? Then join Sanity Check as they expose, inform, and enlighten through the new standard in talk radio. Saturday mornings, 94.3 FM, The Talker.
And from the top of West Mountain in Scranton, Pennsylvania, good morning, everybody. I am Libertarian Lou. Tea Party Mike is on the phone. This is Sanity Check 94.3 FM, The Talker. We're going to do an X-Files blast. And, of course, that will be all about what Mr. X talks about. Good morning, Mr. X.
Morning, gentlemen.
So, how's it going?
Not too bad. I put out an article this week in Breitbart, was able to host it, that I talked about the fact that the U.S. drone program sometime within the last year has killed more innocent people than the number of American citizens killed on 9/11. And this is, from the data that we've been able to retrieve. The problem is the government is keeping a lot of wraps on all of these programs, specifically because the numbers are so high. And from their own internal documents, they're only killing about 2% of the deaths, according to their own numbers, are high-value targets. So we're, in order to kill one bad guy, we're essentially killing possibly over 30 innocent people, which, of course, is going to inflame, look, if you're a peaceful person and you're in Pakistan and nobody's bothering you, and then suddenly you wake up and in order to kill a terrorist that's driving down the road, your wife and children maybe get killed in collateral damage, what would you do? What would we be doing in the United States if, in order to stop the Mexican drug cartels operating within the United States, the government of Mexico started assassinating people in Houston, Texas, or in San Antonio with a drone that unfortunately might have killed some other American? The reaction of people would be blood vengeance. Not everybody, but a certain percentage would. And essentially, our drone program has now replaced a lot of the recruiting efforts, and this is what's fueling a lot of this Al-Qaeda rise across, because they keep seeing the pictures in their recruiting tools of, this innocent person was killed in a video that they'll show on the internet, and now suddenly the Middle East now has this concept called blowback, which not now, maybe in a 5 years from now, that person will grow up, maybe he's 18, 15 or something, and he's going to want vengeance for the death of his mother or his brother or his sister. So this program is really actually blowing up on us, despite what the administration, both Bush and primarily Obama, have done.
Well, we've talked about that all the time, and certainly we've tried to raise awareness of this. Is that, just recently we saw that wedding party where 14 people or something were killed, and what would you do, Michael? We say this all the time. I'd be livid. I'd do whatever I had to do, and not only that, it is this blowback, and you are breeding the contempt of what the United States is supposedly stands for when we start blowing up innocents. I mean, Michael, I've used this term, and I know it probably bothers people, but life begins at conception and ends in Iraq. I mean, we have to start looking at this as Christians. We have to look at it and say, wait a minute. If you value life, how can we just close our eyes to this and just say, okay, well, it's okay indiscriminately to start sending drones over and blowing people up, and they say, well, we're after the bad guys. I mean, we really do have to look at this policy.